Hey everybody, it's Stuphamism, and today we're talking about the Revenant. So what inspired me to make this build next, because I was going to do a warrior, was just I was messing around with a couple different builds trying to decide for sure, but the toxicity that comes along with trying to play a Revenant. And yes, I will admit, I did lose quite a few tears practicing with this character just to come up with something that was different. But it made me realize this class is probably the weakest one in PvP, or at least considered that way by most. So let's see what we can come up with it. You know, maybe we can make something that's viable and interesting. And so I came up with this. Devastation is the first tree here that I've got, which is it's just a damage boosting specialization. So we're getting increased damage in a couple different forms, increased vulnerability, and also we've got the ability to unblock through traits, or be unblockable, should I say. When you strike a foe with vulnerability, you get siphon life. So there's a couple of different things that are all going together, but most of it's damage, a little bit of quickness when you're switching weapons, which is very important also in our weapon setup, which we'll go over next. But then we've got Invocation. This is all based around increasing your Fury uptime and increasing the amount of Fury by 100%, so 40% instead of your normal 20. So when you heal, you're getting, Fury. You gain Fury anytime you hit your F1 button here. You are going to deal increased damage and condition damage when you have Fury. You see where that's going. And then, a little bit of healing, just like we had, a little something here, nothing great. Invoking the Legend now breaks stuns. And last but not least, critical strike effectiveness. There we go, we talked about it. And then so Renegade is the one that people really dislike for Guild Wars 2 PvP. A little bit difficult, but this tree is a lot to do with ferocity. It kind of plays in with the Fury and everything, and then not to mention critical strike increase when you have full endurance. So what that translates to is this: the rune that I've chosen has no precision on it at all, but it's got a significant amount of ferocity, and then it's got vitality, which is going to be help absorbing some of those conditions since I don't have a lot of removals, and just give me a little bit of a padding, then even more vitality and ferocity, and then 7% of that vitality is converted to ferocity. So when I do critically hit, which now my resting crit chance is 37, once I boost that with Fury, which is most of the time, it's another 40. So you're looking at close to 80% crit, plus whenever we swap over to the hammer, we've got crit and vulnerability, of course vulnerability again, and then when you're swapping over to the swords, you also are going to get more vulnerability, so it's going to stack up really quick, and you're going to have quite a bit of damage output at that time once you get that built up. So what that kind of looks like rotation wise, and you'll see a little bit in the videos, is going to be running up as a long range, and then getting ready to switch over, to something that's a little bit more close range. So stay tuned and check out what you think about this build. Leave me some comments and let me know what you think, and if you really think that there's just no way to make a Revenant good. But you might change your mind after watching this. Alright, thanks. So I went straight to mid, started off far, and rolled off by accident. Now I'm about to get back up here and kind of switch over to a little bit more of a melee form. Decent damage. And here comes a warrior, so I get a little duel. I'll lay down that stability and then go ahead and take them out. which if you can get into a habit of switching over to the dwarf form and throwing that down, then you're doing yourself a big favor when it comes to downing people without getting knocked over, or just get it over with. That's what I say. Here's that little pesky warrior again. And then a ranger came along and pretty much they took me out, so. Trying to put some pressure from afar while I can. But now it looks like I've overstayed my welcome. So I'm kind of running right now. But this gives me a chance to do another duel with this warrior again, and it's hard to refuse. Because last time he came with low health, so this time kind of is a truer show of what we can do. And it ended up getting really close. Kind of quickly burn down the Mesmer real quick while no one's around. Go ahead and take him down real quick on the way. Once again, lay down stability and do the dang thing. Almost had that one guy and he got back up. And here we are again, round 3 or so with this warrior again. 3 or 4. Of course, he ends up having to help up top over here from mid. And I didn't realize it right away, but I was getting shot at. So... And I really should be somewhere else, but, you know, why not take 3 to kill a ranger? And then a little bit of one-on-one with the Mesmer here. Which I got hit by Skyhammer, and that definitely took the energy out of me. And okay, now I'm in another bad situation, so I went ahead and I took this engineer out, but I couldn't get a chance to down him because there's somebody on my trail, and I really didn't have any health. And this is definitely not the sturdiest character or build. And then I was joined by both of them, so at this point, I'm running out of energy. I can't really get away, so not a lot you can do in a 2-versus-1 situation like that, especially with a warrior and an engineer. course, I do end up, I think, dying right here at the end, but we ended up winning the match anyway by a decent margin, and this was the end of it there. So, but I don't know. I mean, I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about this build, or run it and check it out, and then let me know or something. But it worked for me, but after lots and lots of practice of the rotation, having to nail it right every time in order to actually pull a lot of this stuff off. So it may be something that you know, even at the best level that you can play it, that maybe it's not good enough to go anything past gold. You know, maybe this is not a platinum class or specialization or whatever. I don't know, but I will say it was a heck of a lot of fun to play, and when things started kind of coming together with the rotations and stuff, I mean, it was really cool, because most people don't expect that from you. As a matter of fact, most people hate you because you're Revenant. You're like a car salesman in Guild Wars 2 arenas. It's like, oh, hey, car salesman is going to come shake my hand. So, pardon my French. But yeah, check it out. Leave comments. You know, give me a subscriber, a like, and help my channel out. Thank you guys so much.